My name's Chris, and I want to welcome everybody here. Dina's on vacation, so we're still kind of trying to iron out some of the technical difficulties. I was told that the camera's not showing here, but we'll see. So yeah, so we'll get that figured out. But I want to welcome everybody, and first off, I want to say thank you to the participants who worked really hard today to help get everything ready for this wonderful celebration. So if we could thank those who worked real hard today. And if we could thank those who didn't work real hard today. And appreciate them. Also, there's volunteers that are not very visible because they don't live or work here, but they are our board of directors, board of trustees that do a tremendous amount of volunteer work to raise awareness, to raise funds, and to raise support. I know we have one board of trustee member here, the Joy of Life, Bob Goodell, if we could thank him. We have a nice size ceremony tonight with 6 women who will be recognizing. It's always a privilege to hear the various paths and stories, how folks got into recovery here, and what can be learned from it. And just about every story has some similarities and also has some unique differences. And I say this time and time again, but I remain completely in awe of the women, with a tremendous amount of respect for the perseverance and resilience that they show. I constantly listen to the stories of the women and say I would have given up a long time ago. And I just have a lot of admiration for, the hard work that you guys put in a community with a lot of support, but it is a significant amount of work and effort, and much respect for that. So I'm going to invite somebody to come up. I think it's Tracy. It is Tracy. And we'll get to business. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tracy Freeman Hines. I'm the Director of Recovery Services here at the Women's Campus, also service worker number 110. I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight to help us celebrate 6 amazing young ladies who have accomplished the task of completing our long-term recovery program. In recognition of that accomplishment, these ladies will be receiving a medallion that says I am responsible, one day at a time, alumni on one side, and Healing Transitions of Raleigh on the other. We all know this is not the end for these ladies, as the hard work has just begun. We know that long-term recovery is a journey and is not a destination. Before we get started with introducing our alumni tonight, I would like to take the time to commit to invite everyone, if you aren't already, to become a change maker. A change maker provides a unique opportunity to financially support a man or a woman in getting into recovery. As you know, our services are free to the participant. However, there's a lot that goes into ensuring that participants have what they need in order to be successful in recovery. It costs $55 to provide 1 day of service to a man or a woman seeking recovery, and becoming a change maker helps Healing Transitions carry out that mission of providing services on demand. We have a table set up in the front lobby where you can do that tonight, and you can donate as little as much as you'd like. Every little bit helps and every cent counts. So let's get to it. Our first alumni we would like to recognize tonight is Ms. Kelly Rosada. Extension Center and arrived to our program on February 7th, 2022. She transitioned to CTR1 on March 9th, 2022, and due to some attitudes and behaviors was moved back to MET 1. Kelly was able to work her way back to CTR1 on December 29th, 2022, and finally CTR2 on January 11th, 2023. While engaged in our program, Kelly was addressed by her peers on attitudes and behaviors such as not following community guidelines 13 times. Bad attitude 4 times, entitlement, harmful gossip, doing nothing 2 times, and 1 dishonesty. She received suggestions such as 25 acts of kindness, a 2-page synopsis on self-righteousness, 1,000 words on acceptance is the key, 2 pages on what does humility mean to me, and a 30-day daily affirmation journal. While in CTR2, Kelly completed a service commitment in our admin. As a driver, Kelly was able to transition out of our program into sober living housing on May 28th, 2023. She was engaged in our program a total of 475 days and attended a total of 611 meetings. Please help me welcome Healing Transitions alumni number 327.
Okay, wow. Wow. Yeah, this is all kind of crazy. I didn't really know where I was going when I came here. I just knew that I could never go back. I was a shell of a person when I arrived here. I had no self-worth. I had lost my hope, my faith, and almost my life. The one thing that I never lost was the ability to be completely 100% honest with myself and with others too. I was open-minded and willing to do whatever it took. I did whatever was asked of me, even if I didn't want to do it, and I was definitely told about myself. Even if people didn't think I was listening, I heard you. The less I thought it, the more I learned. I started to see the change in myself. I began to build relationships and to trust people again. Today, I am a whole person. I have self-worth. I believe in myself and others. Today, I have hope. I am so incredibly grateful for every single second of every single experience here. And all the beautiful, amazing women and men that I have encountered in this program, thank you all very much. I have been blessed to know all of you. My best advice to those that are still struggling: change is hard, growth is painful, but don't give up. Don't ever give up. Because you have value and you are worth it. It is so worth it. Don't leave before the miracle happens.
All right, so our next alumni was referred to our program by Trillium and arrived here on May 16, 2022. Joy Raven had a smooth path through her program, entering CTR1 on June 30th, 2022, and transitioned to CTR2 on February 1st, 2023. While in the program, Joy was addressed on attitudes and behaviors such as not being a sister's keeper, not following community guidelines, doing nothing, and inconsideration. She received suggestions such as 1,000 words, why does Joy need to take control? 1,000 words, self-awareness, 1,000 words, God's will versus self-will, 1,000 words on what it means to be a role model, in a 2-week coffee ban. While in CTR2, Joy completed a service commitment in the planning room as a peer mentor. Joy was able to transition out of our program on June 1st, 2023 as an alumni of our program. While engaged in our program, Joy attended a total of 591 12-step meetings and was engaged in our program a total of 385 days. Joy is also one of our newest hires as a recovery engagement specialist. Before I introduce or I welcome Joy up, can you please join me in wishing her a very happy birthday? Eastern Fishing alumni number 328, Joy Ribbon.
So you know that we say all the time, we have those little God moments, that let us know we're right where we're supposed to be. So the last day I used a drug was 3/28/22. I am silver chipper number 328, and I am silver chipping for my birthday. This is my God moment. First and foremost, I need to thank my higher power for allowing me to be here tonight. To my dad, Dylan, Carrie, Brittany, thank you guys for never giving up on me. I am beyond blessed to have had the support of my family through this entire program. A lot of us don't have that, so thank you. I need to also thank the federal court system for seeing something in me that I did not. I know, right? For seeing something in me that I did not see in myself. 16 months ago, y'all, I was convinced that I was either going to die in my addiction or I was going to die from it. I was so tired of being sick every single day. I had no idea how to break these chains that bound in my life. I went to jail. I put my father through financial strain. My children through hell. I found myself being picked up by the U.S. Marshals in his front yard, which was, you know, the worst humiliation I could put him through, facing a 15 to life sentence in a federal penitentiary. I knew that I was never going to see my kids, that I was never going to see my grandson who was born while I was in that cell, who's here tonight. He's the star of the show. I begged, I prayed to anything. I had no idea what it even was to help me change my life. And the judge apparently had a little bit more faith in myself or than I had in my own self and released me to healing transitions. My conditions put me here a little bit differently than everybody else's. I was mandated to the premises of this building at all times. I could not go home to see my family. I could not take passes when they were available to me. I could go to meetings. I could attend HT functions and I could come back here. I started making changes in my life because I no longer wanted to live that way. When I got here and I realized that I was in homeless shelter and I was not homeless, at least not in my mind, that this was a 12 to 18 month program that most likely I would not complete before being sentenced, and that I was still going to be facing jail time at the end of this, I thought that these people had lost their damn minds. There is no way in the world that I'm staying here. I called my dad, I cried, please come and get me. I'll go back to jail, and he wouldn't come. On my second night here, I met Kathy Worley. She was a shelter monitor that night. And I overheard her telling another participant her story. We were almost identical. We lived in the same county. We probably knew the same people. We had almost the same federal charges, and we found ourselves broken walking into these doors. She took the time that night to sit down with me and to talk to me about her journey. She talked to me about her court case, and she convinced me to just trust the process. She assured me that one more day would turn into one more month, and it did. By the time I reached CTR1, my attorney didn't even recognize the person that I was any longer. And those promises started to come true. My court case was continued time after time after time to allow me to complete this program. A few months here, into my time here, I found Recovery Dharma, and I just want to touch on that because it actually saved my life when I was here. I began working with my mentor, a woman that helped me change my entire attitude on my own life. With her guidance, I learned how to become more spiritual, how to stay connected to my higher power through meditation. I learned how to be true to myself. I learned how to become a better person inside and out. And somewhere along the way, something just changed in me. I still can't tell you when. I no longer thought of my own needs and wants. I had compassion for myself and for others, and I was able to see my part in situations and take ownership of that. I felt compassion for myself and for other people. I felt free for the first time in years. I felt a sense of love and happiness inside of me that I wanted other women to feel the same way I felt every day. So I started to talk in meetings. I started to share my experience, strength, and hope with them. And it worked. The changes I was making became apparent to everyone around me before I could see them in my own self. My family and friends started seeing the woman that I was years ago reappear, and I was starting to feel whole again. I was amazed at the things that were happening in my life every single day. I completed a commitment as a peer mentor in the planning room where Tracy and Kathy definitely gave me some help. They were not afraid to point me out on my attitudes and behaviors, and it was the best thing that I could have done while I was here. Thank you both. Thank you, Casey, for always telling me how it was. You never told me what I wanted to hear. You told me exactly how it was, and I really appreciate that. Thank you to all the staff here. You guys really showed me what women in recovery look like, and I'm so thankful that I had you guys to guide me through that. For the first time in a long time, I'm starting to see the light at the end of my tunnel. I'm beginning to make plans for a life moving forward, even with this massive court case still hanging over my head. I say all that to say this. I was lost when I got here. I was completely broken. I was completely defeated. Feeling the same way that many of you feel that are sitting here right now. Recovery is possible. Just hold on 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 second if you have to. You owe it to yourself, and you are worthy of a better life. This program, the women that came before me, those that walked through it with me, and those that have come after me are a vital part of my recovery today. I had women tell me that I'm an inspiration to them or that they want what I have. But the truth is, you all inspire me to keep pushing through on the days that I can feel like I can. I am beyond grateful to this amazing program for helping me find my way back. I am honored to be an employee as a recovery engagement specialist with HD, and I get to work with you ladies every single day. Today, I am an active member of my Dharma Sangha. I am an active member of AA, sharing my story with others. I am a woman with integrity again. I am a woman who believes in herself and loves herself again. I am present. I am a daughter, a mother, a grandmother, and I'm a friend again. And I'm so just for today.
So our next alumni is Miss Taylor Real. Taylor is also a referral from Trillium and first engaged in our program on August 3rd, 2022, where she had a smooth path through our program, transitioning to CPR1 on September 14th, 2022, and finally CPR2 on March 28th, 2022. While in the program, Taylor was addressed on attitudes and behaviors such as harmful gossip, broken commitment, self-will, inappropriate relationship. She received suggestions from her peers such as 1,000 words on relationships, 1,000 words on my gift of desperation, a 30-day man ban, a silent roster, and 500 words on what recovery has given to me. Taylor completed a service commitment with Ms. Courtney working in the child and family department. While engaged in the program, Taylor attended a total of 450 12-step meetings and was engaged in our program a total of 304 days. Please help me welcome Healing Transitions alumni number 329, Taylor Real.
Came into this program, I was scared, lost, and confused. I didn't know who I was because I built my life on lies. I never aspired to anything great. The only positive things that came out of my life were my 3 girls. Going to jail was honestly the best thing for me because I just couldn't stop getting high. It was jail or death. Sitting in jail this last time, it really hit me that I had to dramatically change my life or I was going to die. I no longer wanted to be a burden and a family disappointment. If you decide to change, you have to change everything, not just what's convenient for you. You have to do it because you want different, not because someone wants different for you. I have been to so many of these ceremonies since being here, and it seemed like I'd never get here. I've had so many women lead me, guide me, and sometimes carry me when I thought I couldn't go on. I've lost friends who have gone back out since being here. I've seen women complete this program and also go back out. I will not tell you you'll make it because I did. I will just say you'll make it if you want to and are willing to do the work. This program will push you to your limits, to see how you react under pressure, to use the tools you've learned. I've learned how to be pushed, to pick my battles instead of always arguing my point, to count to 10 when I'm upset, and to not give up when things get hard. My best piece of advice I can give you is don't ever let anyone label you when you are a recovering addict. You are daughters, sons, mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters. Be more than a recovering addict. Figure out who you want to be and define yourself. You don't have to live under a negative label for the rest of your life, and only you can change what you're viewed as. I used to be ashamed of my life and who I was. Don't be ashamed of your past. Use it. Remember where you came from and use it to help others, to inspire yourself and the people around you. If you're here, it's for a reason. My real journey starts now. It's easy to live a life when you're told what to do, and you're constantly being held accountable for everything you do, every mistake you make. I am proud of all my accomplishments, and I will not settle for less than I deserve. I will continue to set goals and reach them. I will not let this be my only accomplishment. I will push myself to achieve more. It doesn't matter where we have been, where we are now, but where we are going. Today, I know I'm worthy.
My name is Kathy Worley. I am the planning room supervisor over at the Lemons, and I'm also silver chipper number 302. That we would like to recognize tonight is Ms. Dana Mustafa. Dana first engaged with us in services on February 12th, where she stayed in our detox for 3 days and then left. Dana Mustafa returned to us re-enter. Looking at me. She re-entered the program on May 17th, 2022, and then decided to leave the following day. 2 months later, she returned to be admitted into our detox on July the 4th, 2022, and decided to stay. She entered our program on July the 6th, 2022, and had a smooth path through the program. Dana entered CTR1 on August the 12th and transitioned to CTR2 on February 22nd of 2023. Where she completed her service commitment with Casey House. While in the program, Dana was addressed on attitudes and behaviors such as following community suggestions, job irresponsibility, and harmful gossip. She received suggestions from her peers, right? She received suggestions from her peers as a 30-day guide box, 4 self-care days within 2 weeks, 500 words, I am enough, and 500 words on my past does not define me. While engaged in the program, Dana attended a total of 494 12-step meetings and was engaged in the program a total of 353 days. Please help me welcome Healing Transitions alumni 330. So this is weird. When I came here, I didn't know anything. I didn't know who actually cared about me. I'm gonna start crying. No one else cried. I didn't know who cared about me. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to get through day by day without something to mask who I am. I was afraid that people would find out who I am. And this program helped me. There was a moment in CTR1 community where Tracy, she was like, you feel exposed by getting that concern. And I didn't realize that was what it was. I was afraid to be wrong. I was afraid to be imperfect. And even though my track record shows that I'm far from it, being a felon and, things, but I learned that it's okay to be imperfect, and I'm still beautiful the way that I am, and I'm still worthy of my life. I thought that I wasn't going to turn 30, and I turned 30 in this building, and it was the best birthday I've ever had in my life. I don't know, this program saved my life, and it can save yours if you want it to. This is super embarrassing. The harm that I caused people in the past, it's what drove me down a lot of the time, and also just being scared. And now that I'm living a sober and free life, and I'm actually happy and just doing the next right thing on a daily basis, I can show those people that I care about, like my family and my friends that care about me, that. I love that. And that's all I got. The next alumni we would like to recognize is Miss Sharon Muela. Back in July of 2020. Where she made it CTR 1 and then left the program September of 2021. She returned to the program through our detox on March 14th, 2022. This time around, she made a smooth transition through the program, transitioning to April 20th. Hold on. So sorry, hold on. While engaged in the program, the second time around, Sharon was addressed. There we go, girl. I got you. She was addressed on attitudes and behaviors such as not being a sister's keeper, not following community guidelines, doing nothing, inconsideration, and fear. She received suggestions such as fear versus faith log for 2 weeks. 1K on I am beautiful, I am worth it, 10-day feeling log, 2 weeks dress up band, and for 1 week to scream positive affirmations outside. While in CTR2, Sharon completed a service commitment in the Child and Family Department with Courtney Wright. While engaged in the program, Sharon attended a total of 357 12-step meetings and was engaged in our program a total of 473 days. Please help me welcome Healing Transition alumni.
I'm so nervous, bear with me. First, I would like to say that I'm deeply honored to be here today, and it's by the grace of God that I'm here. Before coming to Healing Transition, my life was chaotic. The last couple of years, alcohol completely ruined my life. I was a round-the-clock daily drinker who developed a heavy dependence on alcohol. I used to think I was a functional alcoholic, but the truth is that I simply couldn't function without it. Nothing else in life mattered. The closest people in my life, the ones that cared about me the most, were the ones I pushed away the farthest when all they wanted was for me to be happy and noble. I knew I had to do something different, but I did not know how to, but I was in denial that I had a problem. I'm grateful for the gift of desperation that led me to the doors of Healing Transition. When I first got here, I kept questioning myself, what I had gotten myself into. And I kept convincing myself that I was in the wrong place. Healing Transition has embraced me as I was. I was able to sit still and reflect on how I will lead a new life. It afforded me an opportunity to find true recovery without having to worry about any of my outside issues. I was safe in a place, I was in a safe place surrounded by women who cared about me without wanting anything from me except to recover and be successful. What this program offered me was that I was able to open my eyes to different lines that I had up in my own life. It also encouraged me to comfort my problems from the past and present, as well as how to deal with my future. I have strengthened my relationship with my higher power and with the people around me, reminded me that there is hope in healing. Today, my life is honest and true. What I have today is a reflection in the mirror that I can look and feel good about it. The greatest job of recovery is the ability I know I have to feel good about the things I do and the person that I am. Also, life today is nothing short of a miracle. Today, I'm a mom. A daughter, a sister, and a friend.
It's okay. Take your time. Oh, got it, Sassy. We love you.
I have also met wonderful people that I've bonded with and have had relationships that will last a lifetime. I would like to extend my gratitude to Healing Transition that helped me get my life back. I would also like to thank the staff for helping me with this process. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank my mom.
Dr. Sharon.
For being with me every step of the way throughout this process. And I'm glad that she was able to witness this memorable moment. I want to thank everyone who has shown me support over the years and during my journey in recovery. Each and every one of you means so much to me, and I wish I could put it into words what an impact all of you have made in my heart. Thank you, Healing Transitions, for giving me a life that I never knew I would. And I will always be grateful. Stay blessed, stay clean, stay sober, and always remember, you too are worth of recovery. Thank you.
Our last alumni that we would like to recognize first entered our program through our detox center on June the 22nd, 2022. Danielle Cherry had a transitioning to Met 1 on June the 27th, CTR 1 on August 9th, 2022, and finally CTR 2 on March the 8th of 2023. While in CTR 1 and CTR 2, Danielle was addressed on attitudes and behaviors such as self-will, irresponsibility, but not following community guidelines. She received suggestions such as 1K on people pleasing, 500 words. I have a voice, a trust dog. Right. A trust dog with 2 peers she does not know, 1K does not know what to be, and a 2-week yes man. While in CTR 2, Danielle completed a service commitment in recovery outreach with Danielle. Danielle completed a total of 297 12-step meetings and was engaged in our program a total of 370 days. Please help me welcome alumni number 332, Danielle.
When I came to HT, I was completely defeated. The only thing that I had lost to my addiction was my breath, and that was only by the grace of God. I wasn't convinced that I could live sober. I just knew that I couldn't go on the way I was. So I was willing to come and try and see what happened. For me, it was reassuring seeing women successful and, most importantly, happy in recovery. Staying in this building also gave me the opportunity to work on my relationship with my higher power. You can't stay here for any length of time and not see God working all through you. Every person in this building has helped me navigate my journey and continue to. I hope that I can encourage and help other women on their journeys as well. Today, I get to be a part of my children's lives. There's no part of my life that hasn't been improved. I just want all of you to know that it can work for you too. There is hope.
Hey, y'all. So I'm Tracy House. I'm the transition coordinator here at the Women's Big Dog. I'm Hey.
I'm also a woman in long-term recovery, and I'm also alumni number 144. Earnings tonight, ladies. Congratulations to each and every one of you. That shirt killed me. Yeah. So what I get to do right now is I get to acknowledge 6 ladies that have completed the 28 group sessions of recovery dynamics, and they've gotten to the last phase of our program, which is commitment to recovery part 2. These ladies are working on transitioning out. They're doing a commitment to give back to the facility. They're learning how to budget, open bank accounts, and, you know, take little steps out into the real world. What they're gonna get tonight is, they're gonna get 1 marble, just 1, so don't grab a handful, ladies. It's a long-standing tradition thing that we lost all of our marbles while we were out there. So this phase in the recovery, they might be able to give 1 back. And then they're also going to get a bracelet. We have a bangle or band, a cuff band. Both of them say she believed she could, so she did. And really important, they're also going to receive a copy of their detox picture. And hope she'll never forget. All right, so the first lady that we'd like to acknowledge tonight is Rachel Chavis. Next, we have Miss Lucinda Garcia. All right, legs tap. We would like to recognize Miss Brandy Brown. Mackenzie Gaskell. Alive tonight. I'd like to invite Chef Teresa up for an employee recognition.
I get started. My name is Teresa and I'm civil chipper number 88. Fine. I'm up here tonight to recognize Crystal Taylor.
So I came here unemployed and not able to participate in life. And today I can. I am employable and I participate on a regular basis. I show up for my family. For you ladies, to my job on time. And I'm really grateful that Chef Teresa gave me an opportunity and a shot to come from a participant straight into employment here at Healing Transitions. We do recover, y'all. Yeah.
Time of the ceremony, we usually kind of go into acknowledging individuals who are celebrating an anniversary in the month of July or whatever the month that we're having the ceremony in. And we usually will call your name and you'll stand and we clap, all that kind of good stuff. Well, we're going to do a little bit something different tonight. Over the past years, we've been trying to kind of figure out a good way to be able to acknowledge individuals who have entered our doors, whether they finished the program or not, but who are still kind of flourishing in recovery. And so one of the things that came across that we're going to actually kind of implement tonight is what we call an alumni recovery coin. That coin will it will have like the number of year that you're celebrating. So I think we have one up to 25. So, and we don't want to just do this here at the ceremony. If there's somebody, that's celebrating an anniversary who's hit the doors of HT at any time, whether you silvership or not, and you're celebrating an anniversary, please let us know so we can invite you to come to a 10 a.m. class, a 3 p.m. class, community, our business meeting Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 o'clock, and you're definitely here. So we can present you a coin and you can tell us how you did it. So we'll be starting that process tonight.
Yeah, so we've taken some time to kind of pay attention to a few people that's on the anniversary list. So we want to invite you up. If you've acknowledged between May 19th and July 20th. So starting now, we're going to move forward and do this from these dates on. So reach out to somebody. Seeing Claudia Everett here, she just celebrated 2 years.
I just want to say thank you. If it wasn't for Healing Transitions, I don't know where I'd be.
Crystal Taylor, 2 years. Let's see Sarah Crawford in the house.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
They're down spot tonight. They're gonna warm up later on. if They can start calling. Danielle Cherry, celebrating.
Just by the grace of God.
Oh, really?
I lost it. No, you got it?
I got it.
Well,
I'm listening to people that I didn't want to listen to, but they were right. Is the thing, and actually internalizing it and not fighting against it. I've always been fighting against what people are saying because I know that it's hard to do it, and being able to actually listen and take those suggestions changed my life.
Cassidy, we can celebrate the year. Renee Towns.
Extra piece.
Yeah, so like Tracy was saying, moving forward, starting today, if you want to recognize anniversary. And more so, importantly, more than you want to recognize them, to give some hope to the ladies that are here in the building so that they can see that alumni is coming back and it actually works. You know, these ceremonies mean a lot to people. So letting them see that means a lot. Reach out to somebody, come or just show up at one of those times, okay? Want to invite Chris up here because I've had a bunch of alumni talking about the walk up.
Yeah.
Whichever, y'all find it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Amanda didn't want to come up and do this. She wanted me to come up here one more time to be in front of the microphone because she really wanted me to let everybody know that yesterday marked 13 years of employment with us. Let's keep doing it, Blue. And you can leave me up here at the mic if you want. Or you can come up.
always so thoughtful. I'm the director of programs for both campuses. How we always want to close is recognize those women who have completed the program and who still come back to support us. Also wanted to say, ladies, those are some like unbelievably powerful messages. So thank you for delivering that. I hope you guys were listening to that. If you finished the program between 2001 and 2010, come on up. Maybe. 2013. 14. The 15, 2016. Two thousand 18. The public comment. Gonna take it a second. So there's so many women up here. It takes like incredible endurance and strength to finish this program, right? That's why we do this, why we recognize people. It takes insane courage to finish this program and come back through those doors. And so there's a lot of women standing up here who did that, and I was gonna say kudos to all of them. Always coming. 2023. Yeah. Everybody for coming out. Congratulations again to the ladies who were recognized tonight. Please join us in the lobby for cookies. Thank you. Oh, me.